Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in this video, I will be sharing with you guys my time in Seattle. So right now I'm in Dallas and I have a flight to catch to go to Seattle. I'm gonna go visit my sister up there. With this job as a flight attendant, I thought that I was going to have an overnight in Seattle at least once, but I have yet to have an overnight in Seattle ever. Therefore, I'm gonna have to take matters into my own hands and just go there on my off days. So I'm gonna go take a standby flight through American to go to Seattle. My flight leaves at 8:35. It is now 7 a.m. So I'm about to get ready to go. But I wanted to hop on here and give you guys a little intro to the journey that I'm about to take you guys through, okay? Really quickly, I booked this flight on Thursday, right? Thursday, it said there were 21 seats open, only 2 people on the standby list, and I was now number 3. Last night I checked it, there were 11 seats, and I was number 9 on the standby list. It is now the morning of. I have not checked the standby list. I might take a look at it once I get to the airport and I'm sitting in front of the gate. But at that point, we're walking with God. Like, it's either I'm gonna get on or I'm not gonna get on. It makes no sense to just raise my anxiety by checking it over and over again, because anything can happen. People could miss their flight, people could cancel their flight, and I can get a seat. So at this point, I'm just gonna show up. I'm already dressed, bags are already packed. Honestly, I'm just gonna go in with good vibes. There's a seat on the plane and it's waiting on me. So I will share with you guys my standby experience and a little bit of Seattle. So be sure to stay tuned and continue watching the video. Also, really quickly, I wanted to thank everyone thus far who has joined me on Patreon. If you haven't, what are you doing? I will put everything down in my description. Be sure to check it out for story time, unfiltered tea, and all that good stuff. So without further ado, let's get into the Seattle vlog. My sister and I went to this restaurant near Pike Place called Pike Place Chowder. This place had a bunch of reviews, like 8,000 on Yelp, and these are all of their rewards. So I was super excited to try it. Here is the food. We both got a seafood chowder. I got the lobster roll, my sister got the crab roll, and we split each of them. It was so good. Here is a nice little view of the pier. We have the Ferris wheel. And they also have a aquarium, which is right here on the right. We didn't go to the aquarium, but just wanted to show you guys a nice little view. We did take a ride on the Ferris wheel just to get a nice view of the city of Seattle. And we did see the Space Needle is very far in the back corner. But this is Seattle. So pretty. Hey y'all, I'm back in Dallas. I hope you guys enjoyed that mini vlog of Seattle. It's honestly hard for me to vlog because it's like I want to be present and enjoy the moment, but I also want to share the moment with you all. But I don't want to be on the TMZ vibes, just, oh my God, gotta record this, gotta record that, gotta record, take pictures. Like, no, I don't want to be on that. So I try to do what I can, and hopefully over time I will be better at providing more of a vlog experience for you all. But for now, that's all I got. Anyways, my sister and I went to the city of Seattle, and we went to Pike's Place Farmers Market. And if you guys didn't know, Seattle is where Starbucks started. So now everything makes way more sense when I see coffee and it says Seattle's best. When I see Pike's Place coffee, now everything is it's coming together. So we were out there and the farmer's market was really nice. I wish I could have like recorded that content for you guys, but it was just so hectic and a lot of people. It was a lot going on. But we did get the chowder. Ooh, y'all, that, when I tell you all that food was so good, I've been thinking about it every day since I came back. Every day. That was good. My sister, she wanted to go to a Caribbean restaurant, and I'm just like, I didn't come to Seattle to eat no jerk chicken. I need to see what the fish is talking about, okay? And they did not disappoint at all. That was the best clam chowder I've ever had in my entire life. Also, another cool thing, in the farmer's market, they give samples of everything. And I mean everything, like, and hefty samples. Like, honestly, I think you can be full off of samples. They have different stations. Like, one lady was giving out truffle butter, another person was giving out honey, another person was giving out chocolate spaghetti, and then this one guy was walking around with literally a pan of pizza. And I thought he was giving it to people who bought it. No, it was a line of people and he was just giving him slices of pizza to sample. You guys, I've never in my life seen someone give samples of pizza. Like, you know what the pizza tastes like, but if you want to give me a sample, I'm gonna eat it. But the pizza looked so good. But we had just finished eating and we were like on our way to get on the Ferris wheel and stuff, so we didn't get a piece. And it was a line, so it was just like too much to try to get a slice of pizza. We just ate like, no. Let's get into the standby flights. So in the beginning of the video, I was telling you guys that the standby list was looking real crunchy. And I was just, you know, keeping a good attitude, and I went anyway. Well, when I got to the airport, long story short, I did not get on. Okay, it was like 20 of us all looking stupid. We were all on standby, hoping to get on. Only like one person got on, and the rest of us were just sitting there looking like dummies. So that, I missed that flight, and of course you win some, you lose some. I was just like, whatever. Didn't make that American flight. There was another American flight that was 2 hours from the time that I was supposed to leave, and the gate agent rolled me over to that one. Then there was another flight with Alaska Airlines for an hour from the time that I was supposed to leave. So I went on Zfare, which is like a website that we can use to book flights, and I was trying to find Alaska Airlines. Out of 100 airlines, Alaska Airlines was the only one that wasn't listed on the website. So I was having a mini anxiety attack because the only website for flight attendants that allows me to book through different airlines doesn't have the airline that I need. I'm like, what am I gonna do? I don't wanna sit here for 2 hours to wait for the next American flight. So I called in-flight support and I asked them what's going on. I can't find it. Is there a glitch? Why can't I find American Airlines? I mean, not American. Why can't I find Alaska Airlines? They told me that Alaska Airlines is the only airlines that's not on the website, and that I have to physically go to the gate and tell the gate agent to put me on standby for the flight that I want. So that was like, it wasn't inconvenient because I was already at the airport. However, if I was at home and I was trying to like look for this, it would have been inconvenient because now I have to hurry up and get there and, you know, all that. So thank God for in-flight support. Trust me, I have in-flight support on speed dial. Any slightest inconvenience, hey, can you help me? Because I'm stressed. Like, I'm always calling them and they're so cool. Side note, people always ask me would I ever want to do anything else within the company or move up or be a supervisor. No, I don't want to be a supervisor over these flight attendants. No, ma'am. However, I am really considering working for in-flight support because I do enjoy the conversations that I have with in-flight support. I just feel like they're very welcoming, they're chill. It's like, I essentially feel like I'm in-flight support through YouTube. Like, I'm helping you guys when you guys need the help, answering questions, giving you guys story time, putting you guys on game. Like, that's what I feel like in-flight support is, like, just here to help. And you can work from home. I like that. So that is something that I would possibly do. If you do work with in-flight, you will also be a flight attendant as well. So I think the hours are just split. Like, some of the time you're a flight attendant, some of the time you're in flight. I've even spoken to someone who worked for in-flight, and I heard their dog in the background, and I was like, are you at home? And they were like, oh yeah, I am at home. We can work from home now. Because I guess it used to be only in Utah in an office, but ever since the pandemic, now they can work from home, and now anybody can do it. So it's open to anybody who works with my airline, of course. So I will definitely keep you guys posted if that's something that I like, a journey that I take on. We'll see. I don't know. Anyways, back to the story time. I went to the Alaska Airlines gate. They put me on standby. It was a very smooth process. They weren't acting like I don't know how to do it. They were very, very sweet and accommodating. They put me on the standby list, gave me a ticket, boom, I got on the flight. It was a fairly full flight as well, but they still had rooms to put some standbys on. So that was awesome. Then when I got on the flight, I've never been on an Alaska Airlines flight. They didn't have any of those TVs, so I had to like watch TV on my phone, which that's fine. And then one thing that I found that was interesting is that they came by and they serviced us pretzels, right? And whatever we want to drink. This was a 3-hour flight, by the way. So they came by pretzels, and then they came by a second time and gave out cookies. I guess that was their way of like portioning out our snacks. And I was just like, girl, y'all could have gave us the cookies and the pretzels one go around. But you do what you do. I'm gonna mind my business and let y'all do y'all job. But I'm glad I'm not working for American because I don't wanna have to go through twice. No, I wanna go through one good time, okay? One good time and call it a day. Not lug that big cart twice, no. All right, so my standby journey coming back, I booked a flight for, I believe it was Tuesday at 11:55 p.m. So very late flight, and it was leaving Seattle at 11:55, and then I would get to Dallas at 5:40 a.m. because there's a time difference, and it's a 3-hour flight. So I would get to Dallas at 5:45 a.m. Now, when I booked the standby flight, which was the day of, probably at like maybe 7, 8 in the morning, there were like 10 first class seats and 50 main cabin seats. So I was like, okay, I'm good to go. It's pretty open. I only need one seat, so I don't care if it's at 1 seat in main cabin, 0 seats in first class. 1 is good enough for me. Even if it says negative, I'm still gonna show up because you never know. So when I get there, y'all, I don't know what happened. I don't know, but there were only like 10 seats open left. And I was like, how did that happen? There was like 60 seats open this morning, and now there's only 10 seats. I got my seat. They gave me the exit row. I don't necessarily have an issue with the exit row. It's just, you can't really recline your seat back. Honestly, let me stop complaining because at least I got a seat on the plane, okay? So look at the glass half full. It don't matter where you're sitting. You got a seat, free, be quiet. So I was just like, whatever. Now let me tell y'all what happened on this plane. So I always go to sleep with a mask on and shades because I don't want to be asleep with my mouth open or my eyes cracked open. Like, let me sleep in peace, okay? I don't know why the rest of the world, when it was time to take the mask off, they just took it off completely. I'm like, you can wear it to sleep so we don't see you with your mouth wide open. But I digress. Anyways, so I'm sitting there, I was resting, and then I woke up, reading a book, you know, just minding my business. This passenger comes and sits in the exit row. Because I'm on a bigger aircraft, I think this was like an Airbus 321. I don't know all the terminology, but that's what I believe it was, Airbus 321. It was 123, let me know in the comments, I don't remember. Anyways, so the exit row has a lot more space than, of course, the smaller planes that I'm on, like a CRJ. I'm sitting on the end in the window seat. This lady, she comes to the middle of the row and sits like next to the aisle seat, but like on the side, if that makes sense. I hope this is making sense. Let's just say she was in the exit row. She's sitting in the exit row on the floor because there's enough room to sit on the floor. So the flight attendant, she comes by and she's like, you know, nicely, but she's like, you know, do you need help with anything? Why are you sitting right here? But I know in her head, she was like, girl, get up, because everyone in the exit row was just looking at her like, what are you doing? Including me, like, why are you sitting here? For the sake of this video, let's just call the lady sitting in the exit row Sarah. So Sarah is sitting there on the floor and the flight attendant is like, are you okay? Like, what's going on? Why are you sitting right here? And she's just like, I don't feel well. I feel like I'm gonna throw up. I just wanted to sit right here. I just want to sit right here on the floor. I don't know what is the difference between sitting in your chair and sitting on the floor on an aircraft in the air. Like, I don't know. So the flight attendant goes and grabs her, I think, some ginger ale and a little bag in case she has to throw up. Sarah's sitting right there, you know, looking miserable, just sitting on the floor. And then guess what happens, y'all? Sarah throws up, and not in her bag. She throws up all over the floor. All over the floor, in the exit row, where she's not even seated. Like, what are you doing? You should have thrown up in your seat, not like where I'm sitting. So thankfully it did not get on me, and thankfully I was not at work, so I was just a bystander looking at all the mess. Of course, the guy that she's sitting right in front of, he's disgusted. Everyone else, they were disgusted. They were looking at her like, I cannot believe you just did this in the exit room. You don't even sit here. I need a refund. Like, I need a refund. Everybody was pressing the call button. It was a whole scene. It was a whole scene, y'all. And it was like right before landing, like maybe 10 minutes before landing. So it's a lot going on. Now the throw up is about to slide because we're about to land. Oh, it was just too much. It was way too much. I don't even know why Sarah came to the exit row to do that. And the whole time, the restroom was right there. The restroom was right there. She had a bag. And it's like, why did you do that, girl? But she did that. And now when y'all be asking me, go mainline. Why don't you go mainline? Let me add that to the list, because people will get out of their seat, go to the exit row and throw up. When I'm on a small plane, you can't go anywhere. You're gonna have to throw up in your seat. There's not enough room in the exit row to go sit down and throw up somewhere else and have everybody on the plane annoyed and stressed, and have the flight attendants working harder, trying to calm everyone down. Like, I'm glad I didn't have to deal with that. So I was just a bystander looking at that mess and throw up. Let me know in the comments what's crazier, the throw up story or my photo shoot with the snake. Also, drop a snake emoji for me. And that's what happened on my way back to Seattle. And then I got there at 5:30 in the morning and enjoyed the rest of my day. But aside from the throw up drama, the rest of the trip was nice. It was nice to be up there. The weather is nice in Seattle. I guess as of right now, I think their temperature is going to start dropping to 50s and 60s very, very soon, if not now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and like always, be sure to check me out on Patreon as well, and chat me up in the comments. Have you been to Seattle? Also, if you have any recommendations for places to eat in Seattle, please let me know. Preferably seafood, please, because listen, I'm one of those people that likes to eat food that they're actually known for. Seattle seafood. Texas would be barbecue, you know? Maine would be lobster. Like, I'm not going to Salt Lake City eating sushi. That's not me. Like, no shade if you do it, but no, I want to go eat food that they're known for. So let me know some restaurants down in the comments. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.